Well, welcome back to a new video. Let's have a look what we've got in the back of the car today. And in here is a bike I picked up yesterday. It's a Honda xl125s. Checking the frame number and the engine number. Turns out to be a 1979. We have no number plate for it, but we'll have to apply for that. So we've got no logbook, which is I suppose the same as if you're in America. No title. So what I'm going to do is drag it out and have a better look at it, because the time I got back with it, it was getting late and I didn't really get much chance to look at it. Well, dragged a few bikes out, make a little bit of room, got a bit of space now, and first thing I bought in is the petrol tank, and it's not very pleasant. As you can see, it's bad, and inside, if you can see that, is bad. So that's one job we're going to have to get sorted, is try and sort this petrol tank out first. We'll get that in soak, see if we can get it cleaned up some. Morning, Tom. Oh, Tom's hiding. I've got the muscles to get the bike out of the car. Right, let's try and drag it out then. Just looking around this tank, and there's only one small dent here. You see that light shining off it. So the outside of the tank, bar surface rust, is in really good condition. I mean, that dent there, Bill would probably miss that when he painted it, if he paints it. Yeah. Oh, this side, a little bit here. But generally, as tanks go, it's pretty good. So we're happy with that. We've dragged it in the garage. We'll have a look around it now. One thing there is missing is the elusive side cover for there. They're really hard to find. Seems like everyone is after them, because I reckon the heat off the exhaust actually makes them go brittle and crack and break. Switches in here seem to be missing, if that'll focus. So we'll have to have a look at what's going on in there. Same for the indicators. General surface rust, we don't worry about stuff like that. You can see straight through that. Clocks are really clean. Another piece missing is on the ignition. Right then, let's have a look around it. Original exhaust on it, hard to find. Bit battered at the end, looks like someone's been messing with that. Backlight, I'm sure we can do something with that. Split, but I've got the insides for it. I had to take them out to get it in the back of the car. This side, we have the side panel. Wheels, not too bad. Tyres are really good. The other thing hard to find is that side cover. We've got that, that's a bonus. Flasher units on there. Looks like we've got some of the wire in here. So that should be alright. We love playing with wiring. What else? Forks, not good, but I'm sure I've got another set. Wheel, rusty. We'll have to have a look at that, what we can do with that. We have a headlight. Oh, Tom reckons the bulb's blown in that. That wouldn't surprise me.
It's quite dark, isn't it?
Yeah. But we know what we can do with that. If it's a steel backed one, we never know till we get it out. It could already be a different sort. Right, heat shields on it as well at the bottom. Front brake, non-existent. Have to have a look at what's going on with that. Little split in the mudguard here. That can be repaired. We can sort that out. Right, first thing I'm going to do is dump the oil out of it and drain the carb. Looking at that tank. So let's get some fresh oil in it and try some fresh petrol and see if we can get it to actually start. So Tom's going to start with the airbox, see what's in there, see if we've got any vermin, as you never know. You don't want to drag anything into it. Oh no, that's clean. That's pretty nice. No sponge on it, but we've got some of that. We can put some sponge on there. Yeah. Bonus, we've got that bit. Looks really clean in there. Right then, let's push on a bit more then. Right then. Any good? Right then. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's going on the floor, Tom. Right then, that looks black as coal. Let's see what's on this. Let's have an inspection. Well, actually, that looks really good, considering there's no furry chunks of steel on that. That's pretty good. So, oil change is done now, but Tommy wants to take the carburettor off to check the carb. So that's the next job. I think we're going to pull the airbox back, take the carburettor off, just have a quick look inside, see what state it's in before going for a start on it. Oh, that's the airbox out. I'm quite enjoying this job because
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, because I'm not doing anything. This is obviously Tom's learnt something over the years of me messing with bikes, because now he's not taking over, saying, "Oh, get the carb off, check the carb," which is great. He's actually absorbing stuff. So we'll have this carb out, take the bowl off, see what's in the bottom of it, see if it's full of rust from the tank or whatever. Right then, let's have this carb apart. Well, how much is that? It's not focusing. Yeah, some crud in the bottom of that, but not bad. Is that? That's pretty solid, isn't it? Right then, let's have a look in the jets. We'll have the jets out and we'll have a look at that. Let's have a look at the jets. Right, I'll have these out, show you when I've took them out, see if we can see through it. Right, they're out now. they ain't very good. You can see by that they're blocked. Try and get focus. Yeah, that wants sorting out. You can't see through that, so we'll clean that. Oh, can see through it. It's just these on the emulsion tube. You can see how it's all powdered up and stuff. We'll give that a good clean. And this one is definitely blocked. So we'll give that one a clean as well. I'll bring you back in a second. We'll be messing around with these for a bit. Cleaned all these up. You can actually see through them now. They're fine. That one's fine. That's what Tom's fetched out the bottom of the carb. All this crap. He's still messing with that. Getting a squirt with old GT85 as usual. Give it a wash around with that. I'll start reassembling this. So the carburetor's all clean now. Tom's going to show you the best way of taking your carb off and on. So this is in reverse. It seems to be the easiest way of doing it, doesn't it, Tom? By taking the airbox out. You know, he's just going to put the two nuts on to hold the carburetor in place. I'm just going to give that a dab of that. This is always fiddly, putting the slide in and making sure it drops all the way to the bottom, because they'll go in two ways. One, it'll be wide open on your throttle, the other way is correct. There you go. Best way to test it is on your throttle. See if it snaps back. You can hear it snapping back. Well, that's right. Right, what's next? Tightening it up. Using these magnetic trays as well is a good help. Stops you losing everything.
Even though you don't use them.
Although I don't use them. But Tom always uses them. So, me, I like floating around for half hour looking for the one I've lost.
Can't moan it's from Aldi.
Can't moan it's from Aldi, no. We like Aldi stuff, don't we, Tom?
That's good enough, isn't it?
Good enough for this stuff. Right. place. Fiddly bit. His head's in the way. That makes it easier doing it this way to locate the rubber back on the back of the carburettor. So do you think this bike's going to run then, Tom?
Don't know, to be honest. But it's us, so probably.
Well, we'll get it going if it don't go.
Aldi again.
Aldi, yeah, Aldi little socket set. $9.99. Got to set the crap no end of times. So what we're up to, 6.5 minutes so far. We're getting it back together. So I reckon it's a 10-minute job to have the carb out. Yeah, this is the other one, the top filter. I'll cut some foam for them once we have a go at getting it started. Get a squirt. Give it a squirt of that. Can't beat a bit of lube. If you got a tight hole, bit of lube.
Dad, this is a PG family-friendly channel.
It's a, well, I'm funny but telling the truth. Bit of lube there on the rubber. Yeah, that's starting to sound bad now, isn't it? No, this is not a PG channel.
Yeah, it is.
It's not child friendly, this isn't.
Why isn't it?
Because if I go child friendly, no one can leave a comment. And we like to see some comments. Did that bit of lube work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go then. You'll need to remember that when you get older. Come on, Tom. You've only got 55 seconds to get it done. A 10-minute job. Job done. 9.5 minutes to do it. Right then, I'll knock this off and we'll try and get some fuel in it and stuff. Right, let's connect some fuel up to it. You might as well see what's going on. You can see it in real time. See if this carburettor leaks or anything.
You alright?
Yeah, just on the neighbour comes to
Someone
say.
got the munchies?
Yeah. Right then, we're going for it. Turn the fuel on then, Tom. Let's see if this carburettor, is that on reserve on that or not? Right. Gonna see if we can get it running. Check the carb, see if we're getting any fuel down it.
Start some bets, how many kicks?
It's a Honda, you gotta remember this is a Honda.
Four.
4 kicks.
What are you saying, Dad?
6.
6.
We gotta make sure there's some fuel going in that carb. Has that gone down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we go for choke or no choke?
A bit of choke. I'm saying 3.
You're saying 3. Right then. Well, that was 2 kicks. And that's revving like mad.
Maybe that isn't seated enough.
What?
The carb.
You made sure that slide's gone in properly?
I was pretty sure, but I'll have another look.
Well, we're going to have a look because we'll see, because that was revving high. But we don't know what anyone else has messed with this carb.
That's going all the way to the bottom.
Right then. Right, mind you, it was on choke. Let's try it without choke. Pain up the arse getting these caps back on.
You ain't exactly got a lot of room in there, have you, Tom?
No. Right then, I've took the choke off. Let's try it with no choke. No, something not right there. Right then, let me have a look at it myself.
Alright.
All right.
Best.
I know best to a son.
I thought I'd done it correctly, but
And what had you done? Exactly what I was on about.
Alright.
You put the slide in wrong. But let's have a go now. There you go. Come out of it. No smoke, but we've got an awful racket coming from the front end and the exhaust. So we're going to take a quick look at that. Turn it off before it gets too warm. Right, we're going to take a quick look at what's going on. it's blowing at the front at the exhaust. So let's have a look at down here, because that's where it looks like it's blowing from.
Yeah.
And looking at that, we'll whip that off, we'll whip the exhaust off, have a look at why it's blowing there.
And put that exhaust on my bike.
No, you're not putting it on yet. Right, we'll get this exhaust off and have a look at that. Right, what we've discovered when we took the exhaust off was someone had put the collets in the wrong way round and causing it.
Instead of going like that with them going into the engine, put it like that.
Yeah, they put it the wrong way around. So that had caused this to fail because it was wrong. They should go like that. Lucky enough, we've got another one. So we're going to slip that back in and see if we can quieten this engine down now. And I'll bring you back in a minute. Right, we put it back together. We've had to put a new stud in there because the other one, the threads had pulled out. So I've done that. That's quieted it down a loads. And look who's turned up.
Smiling Bill.
Smiling Bill, he's come to have a look what he's got to do next. Look at that front. Right then, we're going to give it a first test run. I'm going to get Eddie Kidd here on it, take it up and down the road, see if we got all the gears or anything. Right, let's finish getting it put back together, get the gear lever and stuff on it, and we'll see what happens. Right, wheel it out. On Bill's car. Well, we've got one gear on the side of it. Well, it moves.
Hey?
It moves.
It didn't bother them, did it?
Yeah, gotta let it warm up. We have an audience. Yeah. Right then, I'll drag him in, find out what he says. Right then, that's ticking over nice. How's it going?
It's alright to be fair.
Do you not open it up?
No, tell them not to.
No.
Would you like me to?
Not yet. Well, just go up, open it up just once up the road. seems to be alright. It's not bogging. There we go, happy with that. Right, as you know, the forks on the other bike are no good. They've just shot. So these are the other ones I've got. So what I'm going to do, a little dab of Solvo here and there. Get myself a bit of aluminium foil or aluminum foil, depends where you come from, and just work it in. And see what we can come up with these ones like. See if we can take, you'll never get rid of the pitting that's in there, but it should clean them up. And once they're cleaned up, I'll just smear a thin layer of grease on them, and that should hold any moisture from letting them rust again. Alright, so let me have a couple of 3-4 minutes with this, and I'll show you what it's like after. Right, so I've had a little rub on it. We're never going to get rid of the pits in the chrome, but it certainly looks a damn sight better than what it did. So I'll carry on with these, we'll get them done. I'll show you the result at the end of it. So there's the actual fork legs that's been under the gaiters. Now these gaiters have certainly done their job. So anyone with old bikes want to try and save the forks, gaiters really work. This bottom leg someone's painted, so what I've done, I've put some nitromores on. These are the brands, i.e. so like nitromores used to be really good, but they've took all the good stuff out of it now. It takes ages to actually work. So what I'd like to do is get them stripped off and polished up instead of painted this silver colour. So I'll play around for a bit and see how it works. Bring you back once I've started on that. While I'm waiting for the other one, for the paint stripper to work, I've just got a blade and I'm just scraping some of this paint off. You can see it's how thick it is in places, just so the stripper can get into it. So just scraping it back. These little fine scratches, when I polish them, they'll come out. But yeah, it's well painted up. So I'll just keep going at that while I wait for the other. Well, the paint's that thick on this one, we didn't even notice there was a, looks like there was a Honda sticker on the fork leg underneath all that paint. It's getting there. Well, this is worse than watching paint dry, waiting for this stuff to work. So, anyway, some of the hoard has all been drained down for the winter, the ones I'm not going to be using, because I don't want to use this E10 fuel in them, leave that in them. So everything that's not being used, I've took all the fuels out of them, so we don't get rotten tanks like the one I've got. Right, that one's been nitromores, but there's still loads of paint left on it. So next process is, what I'm doing on this one is I'll get some wet and dry and start working that, and that will take the rest of the paint off. Oh, that's that, Tom. There we go. I'll just start working this. To get it back. So I'll show you one when I've done one of these, because I'm sure you don't want to watch me for hours doing this, but you can see it starts to bring it back. So I'll just carry on with this for a while and I'll show you one when it's done. So that one's been wet flatted with 600, then 800. Okay, it's focusing better now. That's got it to where I need it to be at the minute. So this is the next one. Got to do the same with this one. You can see it's pretty grotty. Still paint and stuff on it. So we'll try and get this one looking more like that one. Right, let me crack on with this for a bit longer. Right, I've had a play around. I've had it on the mop, and that's about as good as I'm going to bring that one up. It's good enough for me. It's a lot better than we started with. I've just got to do this one now. I'll get it on the polishing mop, I'll give it a bit of a polish, and then we'll get a rub over with some Solvo. And I think that'll do for these forks. I'm not looking to make it a showroom bike, I'm just trying to make it a nice tidy bike, showing some of its age and patina. So that's where I'm heading for. So the weather's turned on me, so I don't look like I'm going to get much done actually on the bike today, as messing around with it. So I'll put an extra bit of time into polishing them up. I'd still need a wipe over with a soft cloth to get the rest of the polish off. When you're polishing, you have like a roughing out soap, what you start with, and then a finishing soap, which is what they call a rouge, where the first time you seen them hadn't been over with the finishing. So I spent a little time using a bit of finishing soap, and I think they're a pass. Makes them look a lot nicer, considering a couple of hours ago they was painted and all the rest. So we're happy with that. So we've had a hunt round. We've got a problem with these forks, as you can see. They're really badly pitted. Yeah. These are no good. These are knackered. But in my stash, I've got these off one bike I bought. If anyone's been with me long enough, the one I paid £100 for, these, and it's only the tops. They've got this. We'll get some wire wool. No, not wire wool. Silver foil and some Solvo. Clean all these up, and these can be dropped onto this bike. What do you reckon, Bill? You reckon that's a good plan?
Yes, I think it's a good plan, mate. I'm painting it while we talk.
Oh, Bill's painting this white one.
It. And I did notice the dent.
Oh yeah, you noticed the dent. You know, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up here for the first one on this new project, and we'll come back to it once we finish the other project we're on, which we're waiting for Bill to finish the paint off on. Right, thanks for watching, subscribing, and look out for the next one.